This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday off before they reconvene on Monday.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. That's nothing wrong with that, with a little rest. I didn't notice any kind of earth-shattering news from Flores' press conference. Did you pick up on anything there? Because no, right? Yeah. Okay.
Nothing at all. He was asked about a couple of specific players and how they're progressing, namely Liam Eichenberg and Robert Hunt, and the answer for both was
nothing.
They're working hard. They're making progress.
He could have, when Barry asked that question about Robert Hunt, he could have said, Robert's done a really good job. We're really happy with his progress there. We like what we see. That's it. Move on. You're not giving out any, even if you don't believe that, but by doing that, you kind of leave everything in a gray area where, well, does he like what Robert did, or did he not? Or does he regret putting him there? Or does he, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you could have and it's not like you're giving any secrets to the Jets or anybody else by praising the young man.
No, but it's consistent with the message of
of nothing,
of nothing, of everything even keel. We're never too high, never too low. No, nobody deserves praise. Let's worry about the rest of the season and focus week by week. It's very consistent.
What can they do in the offseason, in this off week here, to improve the offense? Because that's, we love what we're watching from the defense, but we all want to see the offense complement them a little bit more.
Do we really? I mean, isn't that what they've been doing? To me, they've been doing a very, very, very good job of complementing what the defense is doing by not turning the ball over. They had the one hiccup against Carolina on that bad shotgun snap, but there were no turnovers against the Giants. They're not putting up huge numbers, but they're coming through when they need to, such as the 4-minute drive after the Giants made it 17-10.
But that's what I mean. A little more potency in the offense is what I mean. And maybe make life a little easier for the defense, that they don't have to be so perfect. That's my point.
Sure, but not at the cost of taking risks offensively. I don't believe that's how they want to operate. Okay. So the priority offensively is good field position. If you're back up at the 3-yard line, even if you only move it to the 30 or whatever, that's a win for the offense because you've helped the field position. And more importantly, don't turn the ball over. And let's not kid ourselves. The defense is going to carry this team and is going to win games for this team, as it has for most of this 5-game winning streak.
Somebody's asking about fractured fingered Fuller. What's up with Triple F?
Nothing. I'm losing my voice here. Nothing new to report. Wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing new to report and the season ended, and there still would have been nothing new to report. It's a great big mystery. I don't know that they really need him for how they were operating on offense. So I understand the fascination with Will Fuller, considering he was a high-priced free agent who ideally was going to bring a big play element to the offense. But the way the offense is operating right now, like I said, I don't think you need him. Devontae Parker's return last week was big, much bigger than I had anticipated, and he came up with those 2 really nice catches on the back shoulder throws, had 5 targets, 5 catches, so he was a major factor. I don't think Will Fuller would make a big difference, but like I said, I get the fascination with it and why the question is being asked week after week after week, and at this point, he may not. Let's brace ourselves for the possibility he may not be back at all in 2021.
So, Alan, what happens if Tua in a game that they win, but he throws 3 passes? How does the media and fans react to that? Because I got to tell you, the New England kid's not getting any kind of criticism for 3 passes, pretty much. Meanwhile, if Tua would have done that, the world would have exploded and everybody would have said, wow, what a waste of a pick. This bum can only throw 3 passes and they don't trust him. I don't know why, but I feel like the narrative would have been completely different with Tua compared to what I'm seeing with Mac Jones.
And don't be offended by this, but this is the Tua persecution complex all over again.
It is.
You know what would have happened?
It's all about Tua on.
You know what would have happened, Big O? People would have been like, that was really smart of the Dolphins. They did what they needed to do to win. Who cares how they did it? Just like with Mac Jones. And Mac Jones took some ribbing from one of his teammates, Matthew Judon, who said, I'm going to give kudos to everybody on offense except for the quarterback, because all he did was hand
off.
Correct. So, no, I don't think anybody would be like, just like those who you want to call detractors are like saying that Tua's only completing short passes. Yeah, because that's what he's being asked to do. And if he's being asked to hand the ball off 45 times, logically people would be intelligent enough to recognize that's what the game plan called for. He did what he was asked to do.
But they're not. They're not, because we still get the people, oh, well, he's not going deep. He can't throw deep. And it's like, dude, he can throw deep, but he can't throw deep because there's no protection. You can't. There's a bunch of people that still don't believe that he's not throwing deep because of his arm, not because of a lack of protection. That's going on.
He's not, excuse me, he's not throwing deep because, number one, that's not what the game plan is calling for. That's not what they want from the offense. It's also not his forte. And if you can't see that his strength clearly is quick passing, short and intermediate range accuracy, then I don't know what to tell you. It makes no sense the way the Dolphins are constructed right now to have Tua chuck the ball down the field. Okay, no. Whether he can or not, that's a conversation for a different way. For a different day. It makes no sense for them to do it because that's not how the team is built.
Right now they can't.
But there's a lack of nuance again. Everything has to be one extreme or the other. Why can't it just be that Tua right now is being asked to do certain things and he's doing it really, really well, and there's no reason to ask him to do more, which may or may not succeed. And in a game like if they play at Buffalo under those circumstances where the win's a complete joke, there would be nothing wrong with Tua handing off 3 times if you have the defense to make it and the running game to make it work. The Dolphins couldn't do that right now because their running game's not good enough. So they couldn't have done what New England did on Monday night.
Oh, well, no, the funny part is the Bills win the game with Tua. The second down back shoulder throw to Diggs on that short pass, Tua makes the throw. Josh Allen couldn't make it.
He makes the throw.
Josh Allen wasn't accurate, and the win wasn't
a factor. He makes the throw. Oh, give me a break. He makes the
win
throw
was not a factor.
In Miami on a Sunday.
The win was not a factor on that short throw. He completes that throw to Diggs. Bills score a touchdown and win the game.
You can believe that.
But big arm Josh Allen doesn't have accuracy. So, you know.
You can believe that. You can believe that if you want. And if you didn't see the ball kind of take off to the right, I don't know what to tell you, dude. But you want to go there, that's fine.
Dude, I've been watching Josh Allen all year, and he's been spraying the ball all year like I do at the golf course. Okay? He's not been as accurate.
He's not been as accurate as he was last year.
And that pass was a lack of accuracy. It had nothing to do with wind because he's got a whip for an arm, dude. So it was such a short pass that
it wasn't a short pass.
It was like a 15-yarder. It wasn't much.
It's a 15-yarder across the field, dude. Big O, man. I don't know what's going on with you because I love you, brother, but man, you're crazy if you think that Tua will throw that ball on the rope
easily
into that win, but Josh Allen would. Okay, you can believe that. I think you're completely wrong, but you can believe that.
Easily, he throws it.
Okay.
Easily, he throws it because he has a better feel for. Hell, he'll even have a better feel for it, measuring with the wind and everything how he should throw the damn ball because he's got touch and anticipation, something that the big guy doesn't have. I think now a deeper throw, no, because he can't. He doesn't have a gun that can slice through the wind like Josh Allen does. That I will agree with you. But on that one throw, I think Tua could have made that throw. I really do.
Okay, well, I'm on record as saying you're completely crazy, but that's okay. Not the first time we've disagreed.
Has he passed your test of franchise? Because you were kind of, on the fence with him. Has he passed your test right now? Is he good enough to move forward? Would you not make the move for Watson? Should they continue with Tua and build around him in 2022? What would your suggestion be?
That's a great question. Because my concern, again, is it's working perfectly well right now because they're playing great complementary football. I'll be completely convinced if they get in a shootout where they fall behind and they have no choice but to throw the ball more than just quick passing than what they're doing right now. But I mean, for what they're asking him to do right now, and if that's going to be the model of the franchise coming back in 2022 with Flo and the same coaching staff, if that's going to be again their structure, Tua's perfect for it.
But you wouldn't want the same kind of structure, right? They got to improve the structure, right?
They won 10-6 last year. They won 5 in a row. Obviously, it's not as horrible as you make it sound because they are having some success. The problem was last year.
They're having success, but this is not the answer to being elite in this league at all, or winning the AFC Championship game. This is not enough right now. What you have, right? You're not buying this as being enough, right?
No, because they're not good enough in certain areas, and part of which is they don't have a dynamic passing game. And
right.
if to answer to your question is, I'm still on the fence as to whether it can be the quarterback to provide that dynamic passing game.
Wow. Okay. All right. So you don't believe that if they beef up the line and have a threat of a running game, that Tua becomes a way better passer? You don't believe that?
I'm not convinced that given his skill set that
wow.
Right now, again, he's operating right now at peak efficiency to me, given his skill set. Obviously, if he has a running game, it makes things easier for the offense as a whole. But I think his forte as a passer is always going to be what they're having him do right now. And that's kudos to the offensive coaching staff for playing to his strengths.
You know, it's funny because, and here you go. Here's where I become a complete two-and-on with all of this. If we put Josh Allen in the same offense, he can't do what Tua's doing.
Completely agree, because he's not that kind of quarterback. But if you put Tua in Buffalo's offense, he doesn't succeed either.
So if I give him that's where you and I are going to disagree. If I put certain quarterbacks in the position Tua's in, they won't have the same success that Tua's having. But if I put Tua in the position that their quarterbacks are in, he'd have more success than they're having. That's the way I feel. Because if you give him a better line, a better running game, hell, if you give him more reliable receivers too, by the way, because he's got one, the coach refuses to play the other guy, but he's got one reliable receiver. If you actually gave him a couple of receivers, he would even be that much better too on top of all of that. So for me, that's kind of the funny thing about it is, like, I think he's excelling in the worst environment. And if you create a better environment, I think we would see a much better quarterback. That's all, you know?
Well, first of all, I think they've got 2 reliable receivers if we're counting Mike Gesicki and
I'm
Waddle.
I'm saying receivers. 2 receivers. Of course, they got a tight end. I love the tight ends.
Okay. And to me, again, they are completely maximizing what Tua does well right now with the way they're operating the offense. And I agree with you. In certain cases, yeah, he would operate another kind of offense just as well as the quarterback in place. But there are certain situations, and like I said, you want to do the flip-flop for Josh Allen. Tua's not operating the Buffalo offense as well as Josh Allen is. And right. Josh Allen couldn't operate the Dolphin offense as well as Tua's doing right now.
Man, I would love to see Tua with all that speed. The Bills have a wide receiver. And they've developed a pretty decent tight end in their line. I don't know, man. I think he would be pretty damn good with that Bills team, man. I think their
line's not very good at all this year. Their line's not good at all this year. And the tight end dropped a couple of passes on Monday night. Gesicki's a better tight end.
Oh yeah, Gesicki's definitely a better tight end. But this guy's had a really good year this year. The guy I forgot the kid's name now.
Dawson Knox.
Yeah, he has played better than anybody expected, dude. Wow, that guy, he's been pretty impressive. I know he wasn't great the other night. What else was I going to ask you? Okay, running game wise, what do we expect, man? Is it going to be the same guys? Is Lindsey going to be ready for the Jets? What are you? I know it's hard to find out about injuries, my brother. So I know I'm putting you in a difficult position with all of that. But what are you hearing with Lindsey? Because I would imagine that's why they held him out before the bye week, to give him the bye week to kind of get healthy.
Well, and the fact that he practiced last week, even though he didn't play in the game against the Giants, the fact that he practiced is encouraging to now where he has the whole bye week, I would certainly expect him to be ready for the game against the Jets. And he does give him, to me, a running back who's much quicker to the hole than either Myles Gaskin or Savon Ahmed. And I think, to me, he's easily the best running back on this roster, while understanding that it's not a great run-blocking line. But we also need to factor in that the running game also should almost include some of those quick passes where Tua is rolling out and throwing a 2-yard pass or a screen. That's almost like a running play. If you want to get, I don't want to say if you want to get technical about it, but it's kind of like an extension of it. So, but I don't think they're built to have a traditionally strong running game right now.
By the way, were you at like a heavy metal concert last night, screaming your lungs off? What happened to your voice, bro?
I don't know. I'm going through puberty. I'm a lot younger than I look.
Holy crap, dude. You sound like me after 3 nights at a Maiden show. Holy moly, bro. Damn. Yeah, or doing like 4 straight days of 8-hour shifts on the air or something like that. Damn, dude. You're hurting big time there. Jalen Phillips. So what's the number now on the sack total, the way they're playing him? He's got 4 games left, excluding the playoffs, because we all know they're going to make the playoffs. I'm joking. Relax, Freddie. Anyway, he's got 8.5. What's the over and under now? What's he going to finish with? Because double digits is a sure thing.
One would think. I don't know about sure thing, but one would think, especially against the Jets. Let's say 11. But I think, again, he's the one getting the sacks, but it's a collective effort up front. And I don't want to take anything away from the kid because he's finishing great. But they're getting push and stuff created by other guys too. Everybody's contributing up front to that.
No, definitely. Even the second sack, I loved it because he casted aside he measured the QB, and then when he knew it was right, he casted aside the left tackle and then went after him, which was freaking awesome. And that was a coverage sack, obviously, because we got to, give the secondary a lot of credit. It kind of goes both ways, but still,
it does.
Watching him throw the tackle to the left, I said this on Sunday. I don't know if Jason Taylor had the strength to do that in his rookie year. You know what I'm saying? So
no. This kid looks a lot better than JT did.
Yeah, that's what. And again, none of us are saying he's going to be better than JT. We're just saying that in his rookie year, you're watching some things that are pretty cool. That's all. You know?
Correct. Logically, he's going to get better, and for a rookie, I mean, we talked about this the other day. I mean, you look at their top 3 picks. Man, holy smokes, with Jalen Waddle, Jalen Phillips, and Javon Holland. I mean, that's 3 foundational pieces right there. I couldn't even pronounce the word. It's so big. Foundational pieces right there that they got.
No, you're right. And by the way, you're struggling to pronounce anything right now. Anyway, follow him on Twitter at Poupart NFL. Catch his work there at Sports Illustrated. I'm telling you, if you're a Dolphins fan, that is a must bookmark right there for the computer or your phone. So save it there because it's all his articles are there, and you can keep up with everything going on, all transactions, trades, you name it, any breaking news. It's all there at Sports Illustrated. We will see you on Sunday. No, I think this week you get a light week, my friend. So we'll catch you next week, my brother. You be good.
Hopefully I'll have a voice by then.
You got it, man. Take it easy. There you go. Alain Poupart and our Sports Grill, Miami Dolphins Insider Report.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.